You guys remember a few years ago I serviced my classic old Walkman WM10, the smallest cassette player the Sony ever made, but I did not have headphones for it. And now I've found some headphones, but they don't work. Let's see if we can get them going. You guys may or may not remember this, but this is a rare Walkman. Relatively rare, I would say. It was the smallest Walkman that Sony made, the WM10, and it was the first Walkman of this size that Sony made. I showed this off a couple years ago when I rebuilt it, put a new belt and stuff in and got it working. So this one's functional, so we don't need to look at this. But what I didn't have for it at the time was I did not have the original Sony headphones, and I just found some. So this is the original headset that came with, it's not in very good shape. I know it's kind of bent and twisted and stuff, but this is the original headphones that came with this Walkman. I'm trying to position my lights here so they're not shining in my face. These are, what were these ones? MDRW30 is the model number. The band is a bit bent, but that can be straightened out. MDR30, are they what they are? I forget what the model of these ones are. I'm just looking to see if there's a number on them. Anyway, I haven't even tried these out yet, so I've got a tape loaded up in here. I dragged this out because I'm testing that lithium, that 1.5 volt lithium cell, and this uses one single battery. Since I only have one of those batteries, I've got it in here because I can test it out. Now I grabbed the headphones, and you guys can't hear this, but I can. It's only working in the right channel, so the left side is no good. So let's see why the left side. What I don't know is whether it's the cord that's bad, is it the plug that's bad, or is it the actual driver itself. So let's just measure with the meter and see whether we've got an open or what we've got. So ground to tip 1, and then there's the ring. So the ring is the right channel. As you can see, that one's good, but the left channel is open. What I don't know is whether it's the actual the driver itself, or whether it's the cord. If it's the cord, well, we can probably fix the cord, and if it's the plug, I can certainly replace the plug with a standard 3.5. It won't be an angled one like this, but I can certainly replace that. Getting a cord set for this, though, might be a challenge, unless it's broken right here, which is always a possibility. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the left. These were kind of a challenge to open. They had like a rubber ring around them that you had to kind of peel off, if I remember correctly. We used to repair a lot of these things, and I wasn't the guy that fixed them. Walkmans were below my pay grade, so I let my assistant work on these things. But we used to repair these these come out. We used to change lots of cord sets on these stupid headphones. Oh, this one's just deteriorating. It might be the driver itself, and if it is the driver, then we're kind of hooped. But let's just see if this will. It's crumbling. It's crumbling as I try to open it up. That's too bad. But let's just see whether I can get this out of here without it falling apart any more than it is. The plastic itself is just crap. It's falling apart. This was normally a ring that could come off of it. There we go. That held the. This was rubber, but it's rubber that is now dried out to the point where it feels like it's plastic. No, it just crumbles. Look at that. That just crumbles right off. What I'm curious is whether the driver itself is shot or whether it's the wires. So here is the driver. And we'll just measure the wire and see. If it's the driver that's shot, then I may have to try and find another driver for it. But let's just measure. It'll be either tip or ground is open. So here's the ground side, and we should hear a beep if it's good. And that one's good. And now the tip side is this one. Is it good? Okay, so the problem here is the driver itself is open. So that's what I need to find, is I need to find a replacement driver, or try to fix this one here that's open. Of course, the big problem with these type of headsets was that because people put them in their ear when they were working out or whatever, they tended to get sweaty, and you'd you'd get sweat onto the driver itself here to get into the wires and basically corrode the little wires off here. So I'm going to remove the wires. So that I can examine this earbud and see, we can see where the wires are broken. Probably right here where it goes into the coil. It could be the coil itself too, but hopefully it's right here and it can be repaired. So the problem here, of course, is the driver itself is shot. No chance really of finding a driver like that, but I just so happened that I got another headset here. This is a different model. This is called the MDRW10, which I believe also were the ones that came with this particular Walkman. And in this case, well, the right one is dead, the left one works. If we test this one, I don't know whether it's the cord or whether it's the driver. If on this one, if I test it, we'll test the tip is good, ring is open. So this one will open up the right one and see whether it's the cord that's failed on this one or whether it's the driver. So this is the right side here. These ones here were a little different design. I think I can get into these ones though without too much trouble. See whether it's the cord that itself is shot. And if it is the cord, that's good, because it can usually just shorten it down a bit or change the cord, because we know the cord is good for the other one. So let me see if I can get into this one. So we'll just pop this one apart. We'll just use a little spudger. Pop it apart like that. These ones come apart actually a little easier than the other ones did. And I'm hoping it's the cord so that I can actually get a working set of headphones for this this Walkman. So let's just test this driver, and if we get a beep when I test it here, then we're laughing, but we don't. So we've got another bad driver. This one here is bad. It's open. And usually what happens is it's right here where the actual wires are connected to the circuit board, the voice coil. Whether I can fix this or not, let's just first of all test the wire and see if the wire's any good, because maybe we'll be able to fix the driver. This other one, the driver, I can see where the wires are. They're actually corroded right off, so there's no chance of fixing that. But here, this one here, let's just test and see whether they got continuity, which we have continuity there. Wait a minute, this one here. Go, we got continuity for the right channel and ground. So the cord is good. The problem on this one is also the driver, and the drivers themselves are physically different. So it's not like I don't think I can change the driver on this, but maybe, just maybe, this one here is repairable. The other one wasn't. I'm just going to take a really close look at this one and see whether there's any chance of fixing the connection here. It's going to be on the voice coil. I'm just going to carefully lift this rubber that's all deteriorated out from around the edge of the driver here. So I can inspect where the wires are, the wires that come up here. See if it's broken right where it's connected here or right in here somewhere. Usually what happens is, as I was saying before, people use these things when they're exercising and they got all sweaty. And of course sweat is corrosive. It's salt and water, and I can see a wire right here. Yeah, that wire is broken right there. Right in here is where it's broken. So this one here is pretty much shot. I'm wondering whether the good driver can be put into the other one. That's always a possibility. See if we can get the drivers out of these things, out of these housings. See what the driver's like. This is the broken one. Will this one come out? Because there's no chance of getting those wires and soldering them. They're broken right here, right down at the right down where it goes into the actual voice coil itself. You can see how corroded the driver is. Right. This is just from years of use, and I guess that might have been a foam that went bad on here. Yeah, that was a foam pad that was in there. I wonder if this other one will fit. I'm just going to see whether this will fit into here. No, it's a little bit bigger. So This one won't fit in here, but the other good one on the other side here might go into this other one, even though it won't be exact. Let's just try taking this other earbud apart. We'll take the good one from here and try to make it work in the other case. It won't be an exact fit. It's a little bit smaller, but it might give me at least a working headset that I can use. So we'll pop the back off this one as well, and see if we can pull the driver out without damaging it in any way, because this one works. Another driver that's all, they say the foam on it is all shot, but at least we got this one out. I'll unsolder it and attach it to the wires on the other one and see if I can figure out a way to get it to sit in the housing. Glue it in place or something. Won't look quite as nice as the other one because the other one had a nice screen over, although I might be able to take the screen off the other one and put it on this one. So this is the good driver. Should be able to measure this with the meter, and it should beep if I haven't damaged it. And that driver is good. Okay, so this is the one I want to put it on. Solder my wires back on here. One. The other one should be on there now. Okay. Now I can put this little driver back in this housing. It should fit in there because it is a little smaller than the other one. And I may have to put some glue in here to stick it in place, but I'll stick that driver in there. I'm thinking I can maybe pull the screen that was on this one off and put it onto this other one, so that at least it looks somewhat the same as the original. The screen should lift off. There it is. So the screen comes off, and if I put the screen on here and glue it in place, I might be able to make this thing work. I'm just going to use a little bit of hot glue to hold the driver in place here. So we'll just put a bit of hot glue in the back here and put the driver in. I've already tested it, so I know it works. And that'll hold that driver in place. And then I'll do the same for the screen. I'm going to put the screen over that. It'll look like almost like it's supposed to. Take glue out of here again. Maybe we'll stick this on and stick some hot glue around it. Won't be the same color as the black the black band, but the black band that was on here, as you can see, this was rubber at one point, but now it just crumbles. So can't reuse that, but I would like to try to get the earpiece, the cover on here anyway, so that it kind of looks a little bit normal. So put the cover on, and we'll put some glue around the edges here. So here are the headphones now finished, and yes, it doesn't look quite as good as it once did, but you know what? The driver is held in place. Let me put the headset on and take a listen. Sounds damn good. I mean, guys, you can hear it. I'll hold it up to the microphone here. See if you guys can hear the sound. So you can hear the Walkman making noise. There's the, I don't know how that comes across, but microphone is up top here. There, you can probably hear that. Anyway, we can't play any more of that. Headphones are working again for my Walkman 10. Classic Walkman 10. This other one here, well, it's now at least good for a cord, because this driver, of course, on this other one is shot as well. I'll hang on to it for the cord. I've now got my Walkman 10 with the original Walkman 10 headphones, almost looking as good as they did when they were new. Only difference is one's got a bit of hot glue around here to hold the earpiece, hold the driver in, as opposed to the black rubber, which has basically turned into plastic. But we're good. Classic Walkman 10. If you want to see the repair of this, I did it a couple of years ago. I ripped the whole thing apart, but this one's now in good shape, other than you can hear the mechanism. These were loud. Listen to the noise. These things are really loud. You can hear all the gears and everything turning in them, but it was the smallest of the Sony Walkmans, and when you turned it off and unplugged the headphones and removed the cassette, you could close it down and it became the same size as a cassette in its case. See what I mean? Same size. Same thickness. Same width. Same size, with the exception of the button sticking out. That was pretty remarkable. And then you open it up. Drop your tape in. Plug in the headphones. That turned on the power, because it won't turn on if there's no headphones in. You'll see that nothing happens, right? As soon as you plug in your headphones, that tells it that you've plugged headphones in and starts it playing. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.